Hey, good morning. It's Jean Kuhn. This morning I wanted to talk about pain. I just had a Facebook memory pop up that said a year ago yesterday, it was I had a total knee replacement. And that was the first time I had posted. I posted a day after the knee replacement. And I was thinking about that, and I was actually just telling my husband that even in the last month, I can tell that I've had less pain. Not that I've had a lot of pain, but just things that used to hurt don't hurt anymore. It's still a little sore when I stand up, but no big deal. I mean, I was in so much pain at the end. I wasn't sure I could make it to the surgery. I could barely stand for more than 2 minutes. I was uncomfortable 100% of the time. And it made me start thinking about business people, small business owners, that and myself included, right? We don't change until it's more painful to stay the same than it is to change. And what I learned was in my business that I didn't want to spend another 30 years, another 17 years, another 5 years even trying to figure out what I didn't know. Since 2010, I've had a coach, but about 3 years ago, I found the right coach for me. And I'm still with her, right? And I'm still working and I'm still learning and I still have a million things to do before it's my time. So today, but I didn't want to be in that pain anymore. I didn't want to not know what I didn't know. I wanted to take my business to another level, to have the success that I always knew that I was capable of. So just like the knee replacement surgery, I didn't change that portion of my business until it was too painful not to change. My kids were gone. My kids had grown up and moved out on their own, and now it was my time. It was my turn to do what I wanted to do in my business. I raised 3 amazing adults who are, responsible, add a lot to the society, right? They're very good people. And as a mother, I could not be more proud of that. But it was my business that I really longed to get it up and going and make the kind of money that I knew I was capable of making. And I had to get to that painful point. I had to get to the point where I was so afraid to be honest, I was so afraid I would die before I made the kind of money that I knew I was capable of. And I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want that to happen, that I would not have the success that I wanted. So, and I've known, you guys have heard me talk about this before, I've known since since around the early 90s when I was in a room with Zig Ziglar, the fact that I can have everything I want if I just help enough other people get what they want. And I knew at that minute that was the message for me to say, you're supposed to help small business owners make more money. So today I'm just going to ask you, how much pain are you in, right? Not that you can't stand like I couldn't before the knee surgery. But man, oh man, am I so glad I had that, right? So it's a year later and I'm super excited about that. But how much pain are you in your business? What are you struggling with? Most people tell me that they're struggling with 2 things. Number 1, they don't have enough clients, which translates into they're not making enough money. And the second thing is they don't have enough time because they don't know how to manage their time. Reach out to me, reach out to somebody else who can help you with that. It doesn't matter who you reach out to as long as you reach out to someone who's going to help you with your small business. I want to make sure that you're getting exactly what you need. My clients, I try to give them exactly what they need to move their business forward. And one of the things I'm really good at is helping people start making money fast. So today I'm going to say, think about the pain you're in. Think about where that's coming from and how you would like to be out of it. What does that look like for you if you no longer have the pain, right? For me, it meant to getting rid of the knee pain, it meant that I was able to take my family, my adult children, their significant others, and my husband, and we all went to Disney World, which is one of my very favorite places in the whole world, and I was able to walk around for 3 or 4 days out there, right, which I could not have done before. And a wheelchair was not an option for me, right? That is, there, I just wasn't going to do that. And maybe it's the fact that I'm a little vain in that respect, but a wheelchair was just not an option. I was going to have the surgery, and I did, and I'm so glad that I did. So what kind of pain are you in? How does it need to be solved? What does it look like? Reach out. I always offer my people who call me, I always offer any small business owner a 20-minute complimentary session to find out if I can help you solve the pain that you're in. So I was happy to see that. Actually, I was happy to see that Facebook memory today, and remember, right? I remembered every bit of that pain that when I couldn't stand for more than 2 minutes last June 27th, and how much better I felt afterward, and how much better I still feel today, and how much better I'm getting around and enjoying life again, right? I had been couldn't go anywhere, didn't want to do anything, didn't want to walk around anywhere because it was just so painful. If you're starting to feel like that about your business, it's time to ask and find some help. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. It's finally a beautiful day. There's still no sun shining, but it's at least warmer outside where I don't need a sweater and my parka. So have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.